Hello everybody, today we're going to practice the second letter in our ladder letter handwriting family, and that's the letter J, which makes the J sound. Now for this session, as always, you'll need plain paper or a whiteboard, and line paper, a handwriting pen or a sharp pencil. Let's get started! Now before I draw the letter J, I'm going to draw the letter I. So we go up, down like a ladder, hook and dot. And for the letter J, it's very similar, but we go under, down and under. So we go lead up, down and under, loop and hook, then dot. So start on the dot, go up, down and under, loop, hook, then dot. So up, down and under, loop, hook, dot. Have a go at doing 6 of these. Don't worry too much about the size of your letters at this point. Focus on going in the right direction and forming your neatest letter J. So on the dot, we go up, down and under, loop, hook, dot. If you're happy with your letter J's, tick your favourite one and then move on to stage 2. Now practicing on line paper then, the letter J is just like the letter I, which we did in our last video. The only difference is that we go under the line and we loop and hook. So the height of the J is the same as the letter I, but we go under the line. Now the common mistake is to do the whole letter J above the line, so a bit like this. I see this quite a lot at school, but that isn't our joined up handwriting style. Another mistake is to do a big circle or scribble for the dot. We just need a nice dot at the top of our letter J in the same way that we need a nice dot at the top of our letter I. So have a go at doing 6 of these then. Make sure you start on the line, you go up, down and under, loop, hook, dot. Try to keep your letters the same height, the same size. So on the line up, down, loop, hook, dot. And once you've done 6, you can decide whether you're going to continue and do any more or just tick your neatest letter J, and that's stage 2 complete. Now if you're ready, have a go at joining. So do 6 sets of 3 letter J's joined together. And just like the letter I, we put our dots on our letter J's when we finish the word. So we start on the line, we go up, down and under, loop, hook, up, down and under, loop, hook, up, down, loop, hook, dot, dot, dot. Aim to get your letter J's the same height, so the dots should be at the same height and the loops the same size underneath the line, so that they're nice and consistent, your letters are consistent. So coming on to my last set then, so starting on the line, we go up, down, loop, hook into my next letter, and so on, and then add my dots at the end. And now I'm going to choose my favourite set, which I feel is the neatest, and you should choose the set that you believe to be the neatest too. So we're going to experiment with our style now, and the sentence I would like you to write is I jogged and jumped. So making sure your J's are the right height. So the top of the main body of the J should be the same height as the top of the O and the top of the G and the top of the E and the brown part of the curly D. Then you put your dot on after you've completed the full word. So starting on the line then, up, down and under, loop, hook into your letter U. I jogged and jumped. This time I'm going to write the same sentence again, but smaller, because I know that writing smaller often makes handwriting look neater. Just remember not to go too far with this though. Sometimes children at school can make their handwriting tiny, tiny, tiny that you can barely read it and go a bit too far. Still needs to be big enough for you to read. I jogged and jumped. So up, down and under, loop, hook into your U. And then full stop. I jogged and jumped. Now I'm going to have a go at putting a slant on my sentence, and to help me I'm going to turn the page so that I get a good angle with the paper. I'm going to do a backward slant this time, which doesn't come that naturally to me. Just make sure that your letters are all slanting the same amount. It will look messy if you've got some letters leaning backwards and others that aren't. I'm going to come up to my letter J now, so starting line we go up, down and under, loop, hook into that letter U. And remember to put the dot on your letter J once you've finished the word. There we go, I jogged and jumped. I'm going to do another slant, but this time I'm going to lean forwards. This time I'm going to change the paper so that it's tilting the other way so I can get that angle on the line. The writing with a forward slant is my personal preference. It feels the most comfortable for me, but you might find that you prefer to write with a backward slant. You might decide that you don't want a slant when you're writing. What you need to do is find the style that you like the most to write with, what's right and comfortable for you. So once you've written your 4 sentences, then choose your neatest J, which I think on my first sentence that J was my neatest. Then tick the style that you like the most to write with. Well done everybody for your effort with this tricky letter. We'll continue working on our ladder letter handwriting family in our next session. See you later then. Bye bye.